Ever wonder why the honey badger doesn't care? Maybe it's because life starts off a bit rough for these little fellas. Imagine being born into a world, blind, hairless, and already named after a sweet treat. Yes, you've heard it right. These critters enter the world without the luxury of sight or a fluffy coat. They're introduced to life in the harshest of environments, where survival is not a game, but a necessity. It's like being thrown in the deep end before learning to swim. A tad unfair, don't you think? But then again, who said life was fair? And yet, despite this not-so-sweet beginning, these tiny creatures are nothing short of remarkable. They're born fighters, ready to face the world head-on, unflinching and undeterred. So our little honey badger starts life at a disadvantage, but don't be fooled. These creatures are far from helpless. Now, imagine being named after honey and yet having a diet that would make a vulture squirm. Quite a paradox, isn't it? Well, that's the honey badger for you. These creatures don't limit themselves to a jar of honey or the occasional bee. Oh no, their culinary preferences are much more, let's say, varied. Their menu could include anything from a venomous snake to a crunchy insect. Talk about a balanced diet. Yes, you heard that right. Honey badgers are known to enjoy the occasional snake, venomous or not. They're not picky. They also have a taste for a variety of insects, birds, and even the odd turtle or two. Imagine going to a restaurant and ordering a plate of scorpions, a side of snake, and perhaps a bird for dessert. Quite the adventurous dining experience, isn't it? This is just another day in the life of a honey badger. And you thought your grandma's cooking was adventurous. Living in the wild isn't a walk in the park, especially when you're as fearless as a honey badger. You see, life for these little daredevils is an endless adventure filled with danger at every turn. But don't let their size fool you. They've got the heart of a lion and the audacity of a teenager with a new driver's license. Now, let's talk predators. For most creatures, the list of natural enemies would make your hair stand on end. Lions, leopards, and even pythons don't shy away from a honey badger snack. But our hero doesn't back down. Armed with sharp claws, thick skin, and a ferocious attitude, they send even the king of the jungle running for the hills. They may be small, but they pack a punch. Even lions think twice before messing with them. It's like they say, it's not the size of the badger in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the badger. So next time you feel small, just remember the honey badger. Life's a roller coaster, and for the honey badger, it's a wild ride from start to finish. Now let's delve into the life cycle and gestational period of our tenacious friend. It all starts when a female honey badger gives birth to one or two little ones. Picture this, a blind, hairless baby. Vulnerable and helpless, right? Wrong. Within a few short weeks, these tiny creatures transform into the fearless predators we know and love. The gestational period of the honey badger is a bit of a marvel in itself. It can range from 6 to 8 weeks, but here's the kicker. The female can delay the implantation of the fertilized egg, meaning the actual pregnancy can last up to a year. Talk about a long-term commitment. From a blind, hairless baby to a fearless predator, the honey badger's life is anything but boring. And that, my friends, is the sweet and sour life of a honey badger. Well, that's all we have time for today, folks. We've journeyed together through the wild and unpredictable life of the honey badger. From its not-so-sweet beginning, surviving as a tough cookie in a harsh environment, to living on the edge, fending off predators with sheer audacity. We've marveled at the circle of life, witnessing the fascinating gestational period of this relentless creature. Now, if you found yourself captivated by the audacious spirit of the honey badger, and let's be honest, who wouldn't be dazzled by such a tenacious beast, then I implore you to show your appreciation. How, you ask? Well, by clicking that like button, leaving a comment, and subscribing to our channel. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So, let's continue our journey together, exploring the wild and wonderful world of nature. Until next time, remember, be more honey badger. They handle life like a boss.